Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Daily O. I'm Emmy Sangbalai.
And I'm Rayma Coleman. We're glad you're with us. A Pauls Valley High School principal is recovering after being shot attempting to stop an armed student. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation says former student 20-year-old Victor Hawkins was carrying a firearm through the school halls by Principal Kirk Moore's office. Moore saw Hawkins with the firearm and attempted to jump on him to stop the situation. Principal Moore was shot in the leg and flown to an Oklahoma City hospital where he is expected to make a full recovery. Students say he is a hero.
Oklahoma lawmakers have advanced a bill that would ban state support for LGBTQ+ advocacy. The new bill says no funds or resources may be used by any agency to develop and organize any activities that aim to promote Pride Month or any similar event. The bill language also strikes down state recognition of Pride Month and the flying of the rainbow flag on state property. President of OKC Pride, Christian Traylor, says they will not be silenced and they will continue to fight for support in any way they can. The bill will go to the Senate floor sometime next week, where it will have a final hearing.
A crowded race is on the horizon as 15 candidates have launched campaigns to run for governor of Oklahoma. With current Governor Kevin Stitt term limited, the ballot is soon to be finalized for Oklahomans this year. The ballot consists of 9 Republicans, including Charles McCall and Attorney General Getner Drummond, 3 independents in Jeffrey Griffin, Robert Brooks Sr., and Orlando Lynn Bush, and lastly, 3 Democrats with Cindy Munson, as well as Araya and Connie Johnson. Primary elections will start on June 16th, with the general election on November 3rd.
A Tahlequah bartender helps police catch a man wanted for brutally beating his ex-girlfriend. Sally Chase spotted Zachary Wise at her bar in Tahlequah after seeing a picture of Wise on the Broken Arrow police page. Wise was wanted for beating the mother of his 2 children, Shay Petrie. She contacted police about Wise being at the bar, and officers handled the situation from there. Chase says she wants Petrie to be able to rest and to know it's always worth doing the right thing. Wise was booked into Cherokee County, but will be brought back to Tulsa to face his charges.
The options for paired kidney donation in Oklahoma are expanding thanks to a Nobel-winning computer algorithm. Ascension St. John is now partnering with the Alliance for Paired Kidney Donation. The new algorithm connects incompatible donor and recipient pairs with people who are a match. This new implementation will help hundreds of people across the state get the treatment they need, and we should see more completed exchanges in the near future. Health centers such as Integris and OKC are starting to implement and have already completed 30 kidney exchanges.
It was a cool and sunny day here in Stillwater, but what can we expect tonight? Let's check in with Grayson Buchanan, who has our evening forecast. Grayson?
Yeah, Emmy, just like you said, it was a beautiful day today here in Stillwater. Currently, it is 75 degrees and it feels like 75 with an 11-mile-per-hour wind coming out of the southeast. As you can see off of campus, it is beautiful skies and hopefully this weather stays around. Even had a UV of 7 today for those who like to tan. Let's take it back to the desk for right now.
All right, Grayson. When we return, a local pro is making an amazing recovery.
And how a new arena can bring life to OKC. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl Salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl Salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
A professional golfer is sharing his story of recovery. Josh Fosdick was returning home with friends from a golf trip in Tulsa when he got stuck in traffic on I-44 last October. It was dark at the time, and Fosdick exited the vehicle to use the restroom before falling 20 feet into a drainage pipe. Firefighters were able to free him several hours later. Fosdick said, "When you lay around for 10 weeks with your legs dead straight, it's crazy how quickly you can forget how to walk." Fosdick has been attending physical therapy and has regained his ability to walk and to golf. He hopes to be able to step onto the tee box at next year's PGA US Senior Open next July in Edmond.
With a new arena being built in downtown OKC, the doors are opening for new events to be hosted. Set to open in 2028, the goal for the Continental Coliseum is to bring events Oklahomans haven't seen. Director of PR and Marketing for the Paycom Center, Lucy Albers, says, quote, "We're booking shows that have 20 trucks and we just don't have the room for that." This new building is really built to think about what the future of touring looks like. With OKC having just hosted the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, the new arena will help to secure more bids for more sporting events like it.
We are still seeing some of those spring conditions roll in, but we could be seeing some showers soon. Let's check back in with Grayson to see what the conditions look like across the state. Grayson?
Yeah, guys, like you said, as we look behind me for today, we're going to see, like we talked about earlier, it just being a sunny night and really no conditions coming through. There are some showers north, but nothing that is going to come here to Stillwater. As we go into tomorrow, we're going to see more of the same. As you can see again, those showers are going to be up north, but nothing really threatening us in the Stillwater area. Still going to have that dry time. Hopefully it is warmer like it was today. But as we get into Friday, you're really going to have to watch out and maybe carry those umbrellas. We're going to see a storm system coming from the north and coming all the way down south to Stillwater, and it's really going to hang around us throughout the rest of the day. As you can see, it breaks apart until Stillwater again has rain. A couple things to look out for though as we go into these wetter times. Possible rain, just like we said. Warm weather throughout though. We're going to see 80s, high 70s, nothing that's going to get too low, and then we're going to see increasing wind speeds getting up into the 20s around Monday and Tuesday. That's all I have for right now, so let's take it right back to the desk.
All right, Grayson. When we return, there may be temporary peace in the Middle East.
And how that peace is affecting Americans. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
The U.S. and Iran have officially agreed on a 2-week ceasefire. The deal was achieved only 2 hours before the deadline of Trump's threat for Iranian destruction. President Trump claims that Iran wants this to happen and that the U.S. will be helping with the traffic buildup in the Strait of Hormuz. In the agreement, Trump says the U.S. and Israel will suspend bombing for 2 weeks if Iran follows through on reopening the strait. Negotiated by Pakistan, Iran proposed a 10-point peace plan, which has been agreed on by the U.S. The plan includes the U.S. accepting Iran's control over the strait, its nuclear enrichment, and U.S. military withdrawal from the region.
Almost immediately following that ceasefire, Wall Street is breathing in relief. Oil prices are plunging and stock prices are rising. U.S. crude oil futures and Brent, the global benchmark, are plunging as well. Right now, the price of oil is sitting at $93.76 per barrel, down $19.64 from yesterday. But despite oil prices dropping, the U.S. Energy Information Administration says gas prices could continue to rise for months, even after the strait reopens. The national gas average remains around $4.17 a gallon, but could drop a few cents each day.
Republicans are celebrating today after a special election in Georgia. Clay Fuller has defeated Democrat Sean Harris in a special election vote last night. This win does 2 things for Republicans. It pads the narrow House majority held by the GOP and allows Fuller to step into the role previously held by Marjorie Taylor Greene. However, the race also marks the biggest swing against the GOP. The election took place in the reddest district of Georgia, where President Trump previously took the vote by 37 points and Greene by 29. Fuller took the win with less than half of that, taking it by only 12 points. This upticks the trend of Democrats overperforming in historically Republican areas.
The woman known as the Ketamine Queen is sentenced to 15 years in prison for the death of Matthew Perry. Jasmine Sanga admits in a plea agreement to working with another dealer to illegally provide Perry with dozens of vials of ketamine, including the dose that led to his death. Last year, Sanga pled guilty to 5 felony charges related to Perry's death. Sanga was previously involved in another ketamine-related incident and death in 2019, where she sold 4 vials of ketamine to Corey McLaury. Sanga faced a maximum sentence of 65 years and only received 15.
The astronauts aboard Artemis 2 are proposing a permanent, heartfelt addition to the lunar surface. Mission Captain Reed Wiseman lost his late wife, Carol Wiseman, to a battle with cancer in 2020. Now, the crew of Artemis 2 is hoping to immortalize Carol in unique fashion by proposing to name a moon crater after her. When speaking to Mission Control, mission specialist Jeremy Hansen says that the crater is, quote, a bright spot on the moon, and we would like to call it Carol. The crater will be visible from Earth during specific lunar transits. They also proposed naming a separate crater, Integrity, after their mission. The craters are not able to be christened until the mission is complete.
Cowboy football has been hard at work during spring ball. Andrew Dunham has that and more in the Sports Corner when we return.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Andrew Dunham, and let's talk some sports here in Stillwater. Beginning with Cowboy football, who is gearing up for next season, hoping to improve from their 1-11 record last season. With the help of new head ball coach Eric Morris, the Cowboys are set to take on their spring scrimmage at Boone Pickens Stadium, scheduled on Saturday, April 18th. Students and fans are encouraged to come and support the team that is littered with brand new faces once again. With players such as transfer quarterback Drew Mestemaker and senior wide receiver Justin Bowick, and even to the likes of a high school signee such as Jaquan Evans. There's a total of 109 players that are expected to be fully enrolled for the fall season, and about half of them will be new to OSU. Here's senior Justin Bowick, who mentions how he's been used in practice.
I'll say throughout the whole spring ball, I've been loving it. They've been using me every outside, inside, I
was right in the middle of the TV, wasn't it? Well, it seems like the makeup game between OSU and Wichita State will not be played after all. Cowgirls bus was involved in a fatal auto pedestrian accident on I-35. Now, thankfully, no one from the OSU travel party was injured. Now, both teams were supposed to pick up from the game that was postponed back in Stillwater on March 10th and then begin a new game. Unfortunately, neither of the games tonight will be played as well. No new game days or times have been set at the moment, and we will share those details as soon as the new game times are set. So no softball tonight, obviously, but baseball was busy last night in O'Brate, and the Cowboys fell short last night to Oral Roberts, ending their 4-game winning streak. Our very own and very talented Gabriel Morris was on the diamond to see what went wrong.
Oklahoma State versus Oral Roberts University was action-packed from start to finish. An offensive showcase on both sides of the field with big hits and runs all game long.
Didn't take long for the fireworks to start as Makani Tanaka gets Oral Roberts on the board early with a 2-run homer to right field, giving them a 2-0 lead. But Oklahoma State answers right away with Colin Ritchie stepping up and sending one deep to left field with his 19th of the season, cutting it to 2-1 and bringing the Cowboy crowd right back into it. Now in the fourth, Oklahoma State grabs momentum. Brady Francisco crushes his first home run of the season, putting the Cowboys in front 5-3 and firing up the dugout. But Oral Roberts responds in the fifth, and it's Ethan Fender coming through with a 2 RBI single that flips the lead back to Oral Roberts at 6-5. Now at the top of the ninth, Hudson Ellis delivers what turns out to be the difference in the game, driving one to center for a 2-run double, pushing the lead at 10-8, giving some breathing room late in the game. Oral Roberts is going to shut the door at Oklahoma State, and they're going to take the 10-9 win in Stillwater.
Hard-fought, contested loss for Oklahoma State as they look to regroup and move on from this one. From the Daily O, I'm Gabriel Maudas.
Thanks for that, Gabe. And I think the one positive takeaway you can take from this is look at this free hat we got from the game last night. It was a giveaway for the students, and pretty cool hat. And certainly not the way OSU baseball wanted to go out, but hey, free hat, right? Looks cool. Anyway, moving on to the court, Cowboy basketball is being recognized for both the past and the present. Starting with a few headlines on one player, and that's Anthony Roy, who was selected to represent the Big 12 at the Portsmouth Invitational Tournament next week. Now, this tournament is for college seniors to compete in front of professional scouts in a 12-game tournament. Now, Roy has expressed interest in both the NBA and the transfer portal if he is granted a potential 7th year of eligibility. While Roy is looking to the future, we switch gears to Cowboy basketball alum Victor Williams, who is being inducted into the Kansas City Basketball Hall of Fame. He is being honored for his performance in college when he attended OSU back in 2003. Williams averaged nearly 20 points, 6.5 assists, and 3.5 rebounds a game during his senior year. Before we go, a few more notes on Cowboy basketball, as it was announced via social media that Kanye Clary will return for his senior season. However, it was also announced that junior guard Isaiah Coleman is entering the transfer portal as well. Coleman initially transferred to OSU from Seton Hall, where he led the Pirates in scoring at nearly 16 points a clip. However, Coleman saw his scoring production drop as he only averaged 6 points a game this year for the Cowboys. That's a look today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. Cambodia honors a surprising hero. Emmy and Rayma have it right after this break.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, the things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Some big stars are set to return to the screen. Riley Cohen has that and more in your A-List update. Riley?
Thanks, Emmy. The season 3 premiere of Euphoria took place at the TCL Chinese Theater in Los Angeles last night. Stars like Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, and Sydney Sweeney were present and walked down the red carpet for the highly anticipated return of the series. Other returning stars include Chloe Cherry, Hunter Schafer, Martha Kelly, and Anna Van Patten. Season 3 is understood to be the last, though HBO chief Casey Bloys didn't rule out going beyond it, as creator Sam Levinson has an idea for a potential 4th season. Bloys mentioned Levinson is finding a way to move all the characters ahead 5 years, but is focused on getting Season 3 out. Season 3 of Euphoria is set to premiere April 12th on HBO and stream on HBO Max. That's all I have for your A-List update. I'll go ahead and send it back to the desk.
A statue of a war hero has been unveiled in Cambodia. But this statue is for a different hero. Cambodian artists have unveiled a 4-foot statue of a mine-sweeping rat. During his life and career, Magawa, the giant African pouched rat, used his sense of smell to locate 100 landmines before they harmed anyone. The statue of the hero rat was unveiled in Siem Reap on April 4th, which was carved by local artists. Because of Magawa, around 1.5 million square feet of space in Cambodia is safe for farming and living.
Today is dedicated to all the animal fans because it's National Zoo Lover Day. Today highlights zoos as conservation hubs that help protect endangered species and foster a deeper appreciation for biodiversity. But today also encourages us to support and learn from our zoos. Each year, millions of people visit zoos and learn about different animals. Zoos are often relied upon when species are endangered or at risk, where they act or collaborate with breeding programs. Along with going to the zoo, many people celebrate by donating to their local zoo or sharing their favorite zoo memories. However you celebrate, make sure you share it by posting on the hashtag National Zoo Lover Day.
Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Grayson Buchanan has our 7-day forecast. Grayson?
Yeah, guys, we got quite the change in the weather coming over this 7-day forecast. We got a high of 77 today and a high of 82 tomorrow with it being sunny. But as we mentioned earlier, tomorrow we are going to see those rains with a high of 83. Saturday, the sun's going to come back out with a high of 80. Sunday, the rain will come back again. We'll have a high of 88. And Monday and Tuesday should be sunny, but there's about a 30% chance of rain that we will also see those days. Well, guys, we're talking about zoo lovers. I love the zoo. My favorite memory, I would have to say, would probably be feeding the giraffes. I don't know, I love looking at the gorillas, just everything like that. What about y'all?
Well, I agree with you. I do love a zoo. I haven't been in a long time, but I can remember when I was about 6 years old, my mom took me to the Dallas-Fort Worth Zoo, and we trick-or-treated at the zoo with the animals. And if you guys want to ask, I know you're dying to hear what I was dressed up as. I was dressed up as the Flash. So great childhood core memory right there.
That's good. Faster than a cheetah, huh? I guess. You know, one of my favorite memories is actually over the last summer. I had the opportunity to work at Positive Tomorrows, the school that helps homeless and impoverished children in Oklahoma City, and we did a field trip over at the Oklahoma City Zoo, and my kids during the time knew and understood that I absolutely love tortoises and turtles and reptiles of the sort. So every time we passed them by, they'd go, Miss Rama, look, there's a tortoise, there's a so-and-so, there's a so-and-so, and they'd always grab my attention, and they even took my picture for me. So it was really heartwarming to get them out and about, and obviously go to the OKC Zoo as well. What about you, Emmy?
Yeah, no, I love the OKC Zoo. Up until I graduated high school, every year from first grade until 12th, I guess, my mom would take me to the zoo. We would skip school one day and go, and so as long as I didn't have a final or something like that, we would take a day off and we'd go to the zoo, and I really enjoyed that. I mean, it made it very special.
Sounds like we have a desk full of zoo lovers up here, huh?
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
Perfect for the National Day. Now, speaking of zoos, your hat's got a little bit of camouflage on that. Tell me about that
a little bit. You know, I mentioned in the sports block earlier that this was a giveaway. First 400 students into O'Brate Stadium last night got a free hat, and I was one of the 400, and I don't think I've taken it off since. And if there's a hat policy on the news, I probably would have wore it during the block. So, yeah, I really like it, too.
I think it'll look good at the zoo. I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
That's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Raymond Coleman.
And I'm Emmy Sangalai. Have a great night, everyone.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. And the webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices.